What's going on, guys? Zestran here, and today I want to make a video talking about my thoughts on remasters. So the other day, I was at some place where I could actually use internet, and I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw this post of a news article saying that Bulletstorm is being remastered for PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and the response from what I could see, and by very limited time I was able to look at it, was kind of negative. So Bulletstorm is just the newest in all these remasters that's been happening pretty much since the start of this generation. And a lot of people seem to hate on them unless it's a game they want. I'll get into that in a second. I just want to start off saying my main thoughts on remasters. So at first, I hated them too, like everyone else. Every time I see them, I'm like, oh, come on, really? And then I was thinking about it, I was like, why? There's really no point to not like them. If you don't like that game or you don't want that game, don't buy it. Someone else probably does. And clearly these remasters keep selling because publishers keep making them. And if no one is buying them, then they wouldn't keep making them. And this is a classic case of vote with your wallet or speak with your wallet, however you want to say it, where if you don't want something, don't buy it. So clearly people keep buying these remasters because they keep making them. But now I look at remasters like, okay. And I also gotta say, if it wasn't for remasters, I wouldn't have played games like 2013's Tomb Raider, or The Last of Us, or even Borderlands 2, or Borderlands the pre-sequel. I played all of those remastered on my PlayStation 4. Now, there's been other remasters that I've played again after I've already played them on the original platform, like God of War 3 Remastered. I already played that game in PS3, but I played it again in PS4 because that game's awesome. And then also like Twilight Princess HD that came out earlier this year, or Wind Waker HD that came out a couple years ago, or, you know, the 3DS Zelda remakes. Those are a little more remakey and less remaster. I don't really know how to explain them. I mean, they do a complete graphics overhaul in those, except for, in terms of the 3DS ones. But now I'm going to get back to the point I was saying, is where people don't mind as less as a game they want. Now, there's some people say there should be a like length of when it's okay to remaster a game. Like, for example, the BioShock collection just came out, and the first BioShock game came out in like 2007, I think. I'm not too sure. I'm not really into BioShock. But when that just came out recently, people seem to really like that, and they're really excited for when it finally got announced. They've been wanting it for a while. But I think this rule also applies when it's a game that is widely praised by everyone. Like when The Last of Us remaster was announced and no one cared. Granted, this is the beginning of the generation when all these remasters weren't getting announced every day. But I still feel like if it's a game that's highly praised by a lot of people and highly loved, then it gets a free pass of being remastered. But a game that maybe is not so memorable, not as many people played or whatever, they're like, oh, this is stupid. Why do they keep doing this? In the case of like Bulletstorm. Because I've played like the first like 10 minutes of Bulletstorm once at a friend's house, and it was okay. I liked it. It had fun mechanics and it seemed cool, but I've actually kind of wanted to play it, and now it seems like I can get a chance to play it. And you never know, maybe there's some people who actually really love Bulletstorm and they want to replay it again, but they want, you know, play it on their new console or their better PC specs, whatever. And that's perfectly fine. If they want to rebuy it, they can do that. If they still have access to it on their PS3, Xbox 360, or on Steam somewhere, then they don't have to rebuy it. But if they feel like rebuying it, that's their choice. They spend their money to buy something that was offered to them. No one is forcing anyone to buy these remasters, so there's really no reason for all the hate and negativity whenever one of these remasters is announced. I've kind of been saying it throughout this video, but I really don't mind remasters. I kind of like them. You know, especially in the PS3 generation, a lot of the PS2 games are getting remastered with trophies, like the Jack Collection, Ratchet, Kingdom Hearts, all those games. Like, I love those games on PS2, and at the time, I didn't have a PS2, so I couldn't play them. But now when like a PS3 game was remastered, I still have my PS3 and all my games for it. But if it gets remastered for PS4, maybe I'll buy it, like in the case of God of War 3, like I said before. I rebought that game because I love God of War 3, and the graphics in the game are freaking awesome in PS3, so they're going to be even better in PS4, and they were. I do kind of understand when people get mad when there's like one game in a series is remastered, not the rest. Like when the Borderlands Handsome Jack collection is like, why didn't they just have the Borderlands collection include Borderlands 1, 2, and pre-sequel? But there's only 2 in the pre-sequel, you know, the games with Handsome Jack in it, which is fine. I mean, I love Borderlands 1. I platinum in PS3, and I probably want to play it again. I mean, I did replay it on the Let's Play and Xeno Plays, but that was a different situation. But then I never played Borderlands 2 or the pre-sequel, and I loved Borderlands 2. I didn't get into the pre-sequel too much yet. I actually lent it to a friend, so I can't play it right now. But that's just really my overall thoughts on remasters. I really don't think they're as bad as people think, but I still also think that if it's a game that people love or something like that, then it gets a pass. But if it's a different type of game, like when Activision re-released Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 a couple months ago, I was like, oh, cool, because I really wanted to play those games. I never got a chance to. And a lot of people are hating on it because they're kind of pricey. But I was like, well, for $60, you can get 2 full games, and one of them has DLC in it. And there should be a lot of content there. And that was awesome for me. But some people are like, oh, this is stupid, blah, blah, blah. I mean, everyone has their own opinion about stuff, and I thought it was a cool deal. I still haven't bought it yet because I don't have money to do so, but when I do, I will buy that. But there's been plenty of other games, but like Activision seems to be doing that. They released like Deadpool like last year, which I have in PS4 because I love that game, and they released some Transformers games and stuff like that. Like, re-release them on PS4 and Xbox One. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they already spent the money making the game. Why not make some extra money for people who want to rebuy it or people who didn't play it last generation? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I don't think it's companies nickel and diming people. I think, they're businesses. Businesses need to make money. And this is a way to make some quick money for something they already put the main investment into. They already put investment into it. And now they can just capitalize more on it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's just business. But that's just really been my thoughts on all these video game remasters. They really aren't that bad in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about video game remasters in the comments below. Is there any particular remaster you want? Is there any particular remaster you played? Is there any game you played for the first time because it was a remaster? And yeah, that's really about it. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later.